Let me ask you guys this question. Which one is more difficult to obtain? Sex or relationships? Now, some of you might comment and say, well, sex is actually really hard to get. No, it's not. As a man, as long as you build yourself up, you keep yourself groomed, you put yourself in different positions to interact with women, and you go out and about and you shoot your shot enough, trust me, getting sex is very easy and effortless. As long as you put yourself out there. It's like ordering a pizza, right? Or it's like going through McDonald's drive-thru and getting yourself a Big Mac or a cheeseburger. It becomes really easy. When it comes to women, on the other hand, they can get sex really easy from all types of guys, even guys who look better than them, are more wealthier than them, are more physically fit. But when it comes to them getting a relationship, a guy who they truly want to be with and settle down with, it's hard for them to get that. It's pretty much impossible. And the reason why it's impossible is because women want a guy who's better than them. I'll explain. Let's say a woman is a 6 out of 10, okay? And she's a below average in looks. She can actually get a man to have sex with her who's an 8 or a 9 out of 10, right? All he does is have to buzz her up late at night and, shoot his shot, and boom, there she is, spreading her legs. But she can't get that man to commit, because when it comes to dating and the type of women us men choose, we know for a fact who to sleep with and who to date and who to take serious. And the vast majority of women will be single and alone and miserable because the guys they want don't want to be with them. See, every woman has an ideal type of guy, and he's usually in the top 20 to 30%. But that guy has tons of options. He can sleep with all types of women. If he's a 8 out of 10, he can jump up and down if he wants to, right? As long as he looks good, as long as he's presentable, as long as he has his resources and everything together, he can get sex on a consistent basis. But women cannot get relationships. That's because they don't choose when the relationship starts. Now, they might choose when it ends, but us men ultimately have the control of who we choose to be with. This is why women are so frustrated and angry and miserable, and so many are single. Because yes, they can sleep with this guy who's many notches above them, physically, financially, but can they get that guy to commit? Now, most women don't have game. They don't know how to keep a man interested in them. They just think, well, if I give him sex, that should be the end all be all of this courting stage. But most women are not participating. So they're coming to the table and coming to men and they're saying, well, all I have to do is this. All I have to do is sleep with you and that's it. But men who are in the top 20 to 30% are saying, why do I need to settle down? Why should I choose you? Why should I be with you? Why should I invest my time, resources, and energy in a depreciating asset, in a woman who's not bringing much to my life? See, a man's dating and mating strategy is to bed and sleep with as many women as he possibly can, right? Let's be honest. We look for women to hang out, hook up, and have sex with. So what happens when the doors are blown off and the top 20, 30% of men are able to just get sex like that, are able to have a rotation of 2, 3, 4, 5 women? What incentive does he have to settle down? This is why more women will be single, alone, and miserable in the coming years, in the future. No woman wants to settle and be with a guy who's a beta, who they view as, he's average. No woman wants to be with an average guy. Every woman wants to be with the guy who's superior. But what happens when that guy is superior? He has this pick of the litter, and he does not have to commit. He doesn't have to settle down. He doesn't have to buy a woman a home. He doesn't have to deal with her emotional mood swings. He doesn't have to deal with any drama. He doesn't have to meet the in-laws. All he has to do is pick, choose, and refuse who he wants to have sex with, because at any moment in time, that top 20 to 30% of guy, he can settle down and say, okay, you know what? I'm ready to be in a relationship. See, women can't do that. A lot of women say, well, when I hit 30 years old, when I hit my late 20s or 35, 40, I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready for a relationship. Women can say that, but they can't turn that switch on and off. So when they go out to try to settle down with a guy or be in a relationship, they're old. There's always newer and younger models coming out. So women think they have ample amount of time to settle down and be married. But the guy actually wins in the end because he actually chooses who he wants to commit to and be with. And he can say, you know what? I enjoyed this ride. I'm tired of, dealing with you. I'm tired of sleeping with you. So what I'm going to do is get rid of you and get another model, get another girl, get a woman who is better in bed. And that woman is stuck, frustrated, confused, and angry. She's wondering, well, why can't I get a guy to settle down and want to be with me? Well, that's because, one, you women shooting are out of your league. And the men that you're shooting for, they have too many options. They can have sex with you and discard of you. They can have sex with you and start a relationship. But what incentive are you giving that man to settle down and spend his resources, time, money, and energy in you? And all he has to do is say, hey, come on over. Let's hang out. Here's the thing, he can take you on 1, 2, 3 dates, but after that, he can cut it off after he gets sex, after he sleeps with you. More women will be single because due to their hypergamy and their unrealistic expectations and the media who's feeding them all this stuff and social media, what's going to happen is they're going to have crazy egos. So they're going to say, well, why isn't this guy that I really want to be with, why is he having sex with me? Why is he sleeping with me and he doesn't want to date me? That's because a man's mating strategy is to hook up and have sex. See, you women wanted to be free and you wanted to sleep with this guy and say, hey, I want to be sexually liberated. But at the same time, you hurt yourself because your most valuable possession, your most valuable asset, you just give it away like it's nothing. So now sex is pretty much the price of a coffee. Heck, you can get it for free. It doesn't cost anything. You don't have to commit. See, ladies, this is why you're going to continue to be alone and single. You want a top 20, 30% of guys. But that guy does not have to commit to you whatsoever. Ask yourself this, ladies, if you are watching this. What benefits are you bringing to that man who's in the top 30%? Why should he settle down with you? Why should he stop sleeping with women and being free? He doesn't have to deal with any drama, mood swings, emotional instability. Why would he stop doing what he's doing just to settle down with little old you? I know it's a daunting question, and you might think, well, because he's just supposed to settle down with me. Well, you're going to have to give a better excuse, a better reason to why he should stop being free and being shackled with you. Because guess what? If he feels like it's not worth it, us men will not date you. We will not take you serious, especially if he's built this life up and he's finally in the top 30% in looks or in status or in money. All he has to pick is one of the three. And if he's in the top 30%, he's going to look at it and say, what does it benefit me to be with this woman who's nags and complains, who wants me to take her here, who wants me to buy her all these different things? And after he sleeps with you, after he hangs out with you and hooks up, he's going to think, okay, that's it. Because you women think that, well, this is all I'm supposed to do. All I have to do is hang out and show up. Well, ladies, you're going to have to show up and do more. Because guess what? You don't want to settle for a guy who's a beta. You don't want to be with the average guy. No woman wants to settle for an average Joe Blow. So the competition will continue to heat up as long as men continue to better themselves and you guys be in the top 20 to 30% in life. And you can choose one: looks, money, or status, your social status. You can choose one, if not all three. If you work on yourself, you will see the benefits, and women will be clawing, wanting to be with you, wanting to settle down. But it's up to us men to ultimately choose who we want to invest our time and money in. And from what it looks like, you women will be pretty much single, lonely, and confused.